All right. Hello all. Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video here. So lots of stuff going on, of course, with the newest Dokkan Fest 16 reveal and its banner unit 17. Now, very interestingly, Garlic Jr. has an LR. I believe this is a Battlefield LR. I suppose I haven't actually checked those details yet. So the JP data download happened like 4 hours ago at this point. They just wanted to hold on to the global one for no fucking reason forever. And I don't like to look at characters for the first time off of the JP site translations. I like to look at it for the first time with the global translations. That way I know what I'm reading is actually what the character is doing. You know? So with that being said, keep in mind that with Battlefield characters, it's usually, you can only pick up like one copy of them. Hopefully, maybe, they change it. I don't know. So I will do 55% as well as Rainbow Calcs for him. But with that being said, let's jump in here. We're going to start with the breakdown portion and see what Super Garlic Jr. here is doing. Okay, movie bosses, category key 3, HP, attack, and defense 130% up. Okay. It's 12 key effect. Raises defense for 1 turn. Colossal damage. Pretty basic. 18 key. Raises attack and defense for 6 turns. For 6 turns, huh? That's a lot of appearances. So that would be... So the turn he activates it. And then the next turn... And then you'd be able to... You'd be able to have like 3 instances of it up at a time, essentially. Is what that is, as long as you keep him on the rotation. And if you float him, you'll be able to have 2. Okay. So he is doing mega colossal damage to the enemy, and he is raising extreme class allies' defense by 20% for 1 turn. Getting SA phase defense is really crazy, especially when we've had a lot of characters designed a bit differently this year, where they don't have as much SA phase defense. That being said, given that this is only 1 turn, he's going to need to be a slot 1, which I kind of doubt. Also, just pointing out, I mean, hold on, let me scroll down here. He is so movie bosses. I don't really call a team right now. He has terrifying conquerors, demonic power. That's really okay. I mean, this link set though is actually pretty huge. He has 5 links with Gomah. 65% attack, 50% defense. Okay. Now keep in mind, Gomah is a slot 1, but if this guy's actually pretty crazy, that could be really interesting. All right, let's see what we got here. So activates the entrance animation when there are another 2 or more demonic power or movie bosses category allies are on the team upon character entry. He gets 100% defense once, and demonic power movie bosses category allies get attack and defense 60% up for 3 turns? Oh, what the fuck? So the thing is with these intro sort of like support abilities, they do just hit everyone. So even the rotation that doesn't have him. And that's a lot of support. 60%. I mean, for Gomah specifically, I mean, because this is phase 1, it's not going to be the biggest thing, right? But it's helpful, for sure. Okay. And then the extra 100% defense. Phase 1. Although that runs out with the 3 turns as well. Okay, and then he gets permanent tech key spheres change into rainbow. Okay. Basic effects, key 5, attack and defense 200% up. Receives an additional key 2 per rainbow key sphere obtained. When all allies attacking in the same turn are demonic power or movie bosses category characters. 200% attack phase 1, 40% damage reduction. Okay. When attacking with 12 or more key, he's getting 250% attack and defense. 2 or more AGL key spheres obtained, he gets 20% damage reduction. Okay, so he has 60%. 1 or more int key sphere obtained. Once only 20% damage reduction. 1 or more SDR keys. What the hell? 1 or more SDR key sphere. Once only 20% damage reduction. 1 or more physical key spheres. Once only 20% damage reduction. What the hell? That's really weird. That's really weird. That's interesting. So essentially they're giving you like an out. Is what that is. So you can get your 2 AGL key spheres. Or, if you can't get the 2 AGL key spheres, once only, you can get an int, an STR, or a physical. And each of those have their own sort of proc, I believe it should be at least. So, like if you use the int key sphere, right, you'd still have the STR or the physical key sphere. Okay, I mean, 60% damage reduction. Hold on. When the character or an ally attacking in the same turn is KO'd, starting from the 4th turn from character's entry turn. Revives with 80% HP recovery. A Battlefield LR. Okay. This guy actually looks pretty crazy for a free-to-play. After the character's or an ally revival skill is activated. Attack 250% up permanently. Launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack. And then once only, demonic power or movie bosses category allies attack and defense 60% up. And chance for performing a critical hit 30% up for 3 turns from the next attacking turn. Okay. So essentially, because when you revive, it goes to the next turn. So that's actually pretty good the way they have that worded. Okay, so he actually looks pretty decent. I do have an issue with him though. Can I see in Fat Boo? No, okay. Let me scroll up here. I need to pull up int Fat Boo. And there's actually a pretty big reason for that. So if we go over here, Boo good. Really? Okay, I guess just Boo. So if we look at Fat Boo here, look at this. After the character or an ally's revival skill is activated, this is the exact same wording after the character or an ally's revival skill is activated. This is really important. So not that long ago, I know Boo came out forever ago, obviously, but I only got to his defense stack video, the tanky, whatever you want to call it. How tanky can the unit get video, that sort of series I do. I did his, relatively speaking, not that long ago. It was like a month and a half ago or something like that, right? So I can attest to the fact that this attack and defense is phase 1. This 100% attack and defense is phase 1. Now, I have not, like with any other character, really checked this. But I know for Fat Boo, it's phase 1. And considering that this is literally the exact same wording, I am going to expect this to be 250% attack phase 1 and 60% attack and defense support phase 1 is how I'm going to interpret this. Because once again, this is a phase 1 buff. It is the exact same wording. It's the exact same wording. So if this is incorrect, that's Dokkan's fault. but it's the exact same wording. I'm pretty sure Garlic Jr. should be phase 1. I do need to actually at some point check that, because I still find it so odd. Like, why, like, I don't get it. Why that's a phase 1. The only thing I could really come up with, because, I mean, certain abilities, like when attacking with 12 or more ki, right? Or, when receiving an attack or something like that. Those are phase 2 abilities. After the character and ally revival skill is activated, I would think that's a phase 2. The only thing I can think of is Dokkan sort of screwed us over with how they coded this sort of activation condition. Because when they started spamming a lot of revival units, it was a big issue where it's like every single character, and I mean, look at like STR Cell from this year, or like Int Broly from last year, where they have these annoying conditions that apply specifically to their revive specifically. Like, even if it's the other Int Broly or the other STR Cell getting the revive, it screws over the one character. But and I haven't checked for that sort of revival condition, I suppose. But I know for a fact, at least for Boo here, that this is phase 1. I'm just really stressing this because this is a lot of support if it were phase 2. Now, this will still be helpful, but I don't think it's going to be as crazy as some people may initially think it is going to be. Because of the fact that it's actually phase 1, or at least it should be actually phase 1. The crit will actually be pretty helpful for Gomah, though. Yeah, no, he does actually look like a really good character next to Gomah, unironically. I mean, once again, they're sharing 50% defense. And Gomah has the defense raised on the SA effect. 20% for 2 turns. You get Gomah slot 1 and then friend Gomah, an extra 40%. SA phase defense for Garlic Jr. here could actually be really good. So yeah, I actually really like this guy. It was a free to play. He's got like, oh, that's an issue though. He's like banner unit stats 55%, Dokkan Fest TUR stats 100%. It's not like normal LR stats. I suppose it's probably the way with a lot of these free to plays though. To be fair, I don't know how crazy he's going to be necessarily, but I think he has potential at least. And with a revival skill, I mean, that's certainly really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get to the calcs. This guy might actually take a little bit. He seems to be kind of complicated. Well, maybe not necessarily complicated as the right word, but a lot of different, the stack as well as when this, the first 3 turns and then it runs out and then you get this up for another 3 turns. Like it does change up a bit. So, okay. With that being said, though, I am going to cut away. We're going to get to doing the calcs. I'll do 55% as well as 100%, even if we can't get them to 100% right now, just, to have them done. And then we will be back whenever I am done. All right. So we are back here. I got to keep it 100%. I'm actually very, very impressed with this guy. Like, I'm not even be like, not even just like in the terms of like, oh yeah, for a free to play. I mean, he's kind of decent. Like no, he's like, he's like actually good. Even at 55%, I think they did an excellent job with this Garlic Jr. Although that is something to note. I mean, once again, I don't know if we'll be able to get him higher than 55%. But honestly, I think you can actually use him even at 55%. So let's just jump straight into the calcs here. There's a decent bit to go over here. So with Super Garlic Jr., I decided on several things. So instead of doing a 220 double 220 lead setup for him, in fact, actually, does he even have one? I don't actually... I suppose he would be on, is he on Vegeta's? I think he might be on Vegeta's. I don't know. Anyway, I don't... So, regardless of if he is on 220s or not, the main takeaway here is I'm calculating him under a double 200%. Specifically, under double Gomah. Right? I mean, next to Gomah, I already showed this, and, you know, I can go down here. He has 50% defense and 65% attack. You got to think, not only is, Garlic Jr. going to look really good in this scenario, Gomah is going to benefit a lot too. From this sort of link battery existing, Gomah should look quite a bit better, I do feel. So this will definitely be fun to run as a rotation for sure. Gomah slot 1, Garlic Jr. slot 2. I think it actually will work very effectively. Now, something else I wanted to, I made sure to highlight this before. I made it as clear as I possibly could, reiterated myself several times. But, since I put these on Twitter as well, I also put the note about int boo. And now let's just start scrolling down here. So how I decided to do this, so I didn't actually show any, Phase 1 support or, Phase 2 support, which, for those of you who are, aware, right? I mean, he wants to be with movie bosses, which isn't the best, or demonic power, which actually should work very, very effectively, right? I mean, we have Gomah, friend Gomah, Garlic Jr., that's 3. Then you can get, AGL Kid Gohan on there, that's 4. Glorio on there, that's 5. And you can fill that with some other characters too. Int Buhan would probably be really good here, I imagine, with all the SA phase support. He'd have to be. And then he'd be linking well too. This team might, it actually looks pretty crazy, unironically. So keep in mind, Garlic Jr. does have the... Why can't I think of it? The 60% damage reduction. There we go. I don't know why I was blanking. And I think it's honestly very easy to get, right? I mean, you get this for free just on full demonic power or movie bosses. And then it's just 2 AGL Keyspheres or one of these. I mean, we're in a short content meta. You're practically never not going to have this. And if you don't have this, I mean, it's got to be damn near intentional. I'm sorry. One single int STR or physical Keysphere. I mean, you could literally only get one of these, never get the AGL Keyspheres, and still have it, for an entire fight with how long fights are right now. This should be very, very easy to activate. So he's going to have 60% damage reduction. And sure, you could say, oh, well, he's not tanking fully built up Rose. Well, he's a free-to-play Battlefield LR, and this is 55%. Right? So, it does last for 6 turns, his SA effect. So you can even, it can be up to 2 previous stacks, right? And then you can also, within that turn, have the SA phase effect up too. So, his defense, I mean, it's honestly pretty crazy. Now, very important though, I mean, when his intro runs out, he does fall off massively defensively. However, when his intro falls off, guess what he gets? He can use his revive immediately, right? It's literally just at him or an ally in the same turn being KO'd, starting from the 4th turn from the character entry turn. This ends after 3 turns. So no matter what, you will... I mean, it'll work. You will have the revive up when this is, still... It should be, your second turn. Well, hold on. Actually, this is the 4th turn from character entry turn, I suppose. So it'll be ready by his 3rd appearance, essentially. Or I suppose his 2nd appearance if you float him. But either way, this will run out, and then you'll have this. And even if he does die, because he is much weaker defensively, he has the revive. And the heal, I mean, will be a lot. I mean, he gets the attack as well as the additional. It's the high chance, right? He gets the support. Mainly, the crit support will be very, very impactful. I do think so. For Gomah. So, like, honestly, like, I really like him. I'm definitely going to be doing showcases for this guy. 100%. I think they did an excellent job with him. Now, a very important thing to note, however, I mean, when we're talking about him, right? I mean, the Link phase, I do have More Than Meets the Eye, Thirst for Conquest, as well as Big Red Bosses, all configured here, right? So we're talking 50% defense, right? So, I mean, if you don't have More Than Meets the Eye, Thirst for like, you literally, this is a character, the second he drops in game, he's must get Link level 10, unless you're like, I suppose unless you're like I might do like a video or two of like Link level 1. I don't. I mean, he's free to play. To be fair, I don't know. I may just go Link level 10 immediately because I mean it's very very much necessary. If you don't have those, you will look substantially worse. Obviously. However, if you do have them, I mean, he looks to be a very very solid defensive option. I mean, once again, 60% damage reduction, right? I mean, he tanks very effectively, honestly. Now you are going to need to get lucky, with a hidden potential additional super potentially, or even once you get the revive, the guaranteed additional with the high chance of becoming a super, right? I mean, there's going to need to be some luck in terms of that. But he will tank all normals. He will tank a lot of supers. And like I don't know, I really like him. He will make Gomah look much better. And once again, I mean, this isn't even his full like power. If I wanted to give him his full power, I was like, oh yeah, let's give him 15% phase 2 AGL Kid Gohan support and 50% phase 1 physical Glorio support, and let's also throw on, and like you get the point. Like it's a lot. I don't need to calc all that to see that he's good here. Right? And honestly, you could even probably effectively use like manga Fat Boo. Like if you get like Int Buhan, right? And then manga Fat Boo, I mean, you could have 90% phase 1 support, which will be very effective for, Buhan, manga Fat Boo, AGL Kid Gohan, Super Garlic Jr. It's not going to really matter so much for either of the Gomas, but it'll even matter for Glorio. So like, you can make a really crazy team, honestly. I do think so. I mean, this is a free to play. I think they did an excellent job with him. He has a fucking revive. He has support. He looks to be very competent defensively. I don't do attack calcs. I think he should be at least somewhat decent offensively. There's a lot of attack here. To be fair, a lot of this is phase 1, 200% phase 1, 200% phase 1. This should be 250% phase 1. When you have this up, 60% phase, like it's a lot of phase 1 to be fair, but you have the 250% here and the SA phase here, so like I think he should do at least some decent damage, maybe. I don't know. I mean, he only has the 1 super guaranteed, but the crit support will help out Gomah. Both Gomahs do a lot of damage when that revive activates. So I think he's excellent. Honestly, even outside of if he weren't a free to play character, like if this guy was summonable, I would still say he's actually pretty decent, unironically, because there's a lot more support you could get for him. Him existing is going to make Gomah look that much better. Having a revive on the team is so important for the Gomah team, like sort of stalling it out. Like I think they did a great job with him. All the support, like he should work very very effectively. Now, once again, I don't know if we'll actually be able to get um his like the rest of the dupes right now. It may just be 55% that we can see right now. That is something to consider, right? I do show this hidden potential additional super. Now, thankfully, this isn't like a stack, so it's not going to play into the next following turns. It just shows you his potential. I'd say like get a bunch of like raw defense on this guy, or additional. Make sure you get him like level 10, and even honestly 55%. I think he will work very very effectively on the double Gomah setup. So with that being said, though, I think I'm going to end things here. This guy, hold on, actually, I just wanted to look at this real quick. Okay, so 16 and 17 drop 11 p.m. my time, CST. It's my time zone. That's in 21 hours, 15 minutes. It is currently 1:44 a.m. CST my time, so I mean, you could probably figure that out for yourself when these guys come out. But I'm certainly very excited. I mean, Garlic Jr. also comes out immediately after. Now, this is worth noting. Um, while Garlic Jr. himself looks really good and really good for Gomah, he's not uncontrollable power and he's not androids. He is not a buff to 16. 16 needs buffs. His team it doesn't exist right now. It needs a lot from the celebration. So getting Garlic Jr. to help Gomah is really, really good. But that's not we need to see a lot for 16 here. So I'm fine with this so long as it doesn't take away from 16. I mean, Gomah's already number one. You know, he doesn't need an insane link battery like this. Having him will make him look much better, but he didn't need it. 16 needs the help, so we'll see. We'll see. But with that being said, I'm going to end things here. Let me know what you guys are thinking of Super Garlic Jr. I think they did an excellent job with him. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.